I have the charger on. Let's get started. So let's come here, standing position. We are going to start with our loosening exercises. Okay, so joint loosening exercises. We're going to keep our feet a little wide. And then let's start to move our shoulders a little. That's the spot we get tighter. So let's start with the shoulders. Just loosen it out, pulling it back, taking your time. And if something is not moving the way you want to move, that's okay. Just keep repeating it, starts to loosen it up. Okay, just repeated movements. Very good. And then once you drop the shoulders, let's bring it back again, front. So from the back, bring it front. Very good. Very good. And then slowly stop, release, shake it off. Very good. Now let's move our arms, whole arm rotation, just opening the arms. Very good. Nice. Big circles. Nice. Circular movements. And then stop, release. Let's take it from the back to the front. So opposite way. Very good. And then slowly release and drop. Drop the arms, shake it off. Very good. Now, let's bring our palms to touch, elbows to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it in. Cactus arms. Inhale, exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more. Inhale. Bring it in and slowly release. Very good. Shake it off. Nice. Let the shoulders relax. Let's move our neck up and down. Again, as much as you can. Keep your eyes open the whole time. Up and down. Stretching it out. Now, when you're moving the neck, keep the shoulders relaxed. No engagement of the shoulders. So with practice, we learn to isolate the movement to only one joint. That is sometimes tricky. It's not easy. Come back to the center. Stop the movement. And let's turn our head to the right and to the left. Again, no movement of the back here. Just the neck. Very good. And if you want, at the end of the movement, see if you can feel that stretch. So even you can pause and see the stretch. Just for a second and see how it feels. And then back to the center. Very good. Now, keeping those shoulders relaxed, we're going to bring our right ear to the right shoulder. Again, it doesn't matter how far it moves, side to side. Very good. Nice. Couple times. And then back to the center, meet back in neutral. Very good. Now, from here, let's bring our elbows in, stretching the elbows out. Very good. Nice. Let's do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Shake it out. Very good. Bring your hands to the shoulders. We are going to just move the right elbow. Right elbow moves in circles. Very good. 2, 3, and 4. Circles. Very good. Let's bring it in the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Let's take the other side. Left elbow. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Drop the elbow, opposite side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Release. Shake it off. Nice. Let's reach the palms out, up and down. Moving the palms up and down. Very good. Yes. Very good. And then come back to the center. Stretch the palms out, side to side. Very good. Side to side. And then slowly come back to the center. And let's take circles. Circular movements, both sides. Very good. And then stop and release. Shake it off. Very good. Now, let's get into our spine area. We are going to keep our feet wide and let's take a forward and back bend. So just bending forwards and back. Forwards and back. Again, going as much as it feels okay. Good, let's do that one more time. Come back to the center. Hands in front of the chest and let's take a twisting stretch. Again, if you want to keep those feet wide, feel free to widen the stance. Just side twisting. Very good. Now, when you're twisting, right arm opens, left arm opens to the left. So go as you feel comfortable. Now, if opening the arms feels like too much, you can just do the way you were doing before. One more time, both sides. Stretch it out. And back to the center. Very good. Nice. Now, let's keep our feet a little more wider. They can be as wide as the mat. Let's reach our right arm, take a side bend, and then switch. Side bend, switch again, stretch it up. Very good. Nice. Let's do that. Couple more times, both sides. 1, 2, and come back. Very good. Hands go on the hips. Starts to make circles with the hips. Loosen the hips as if you're having all the freedom to move them in all the directions. Very good. Let go of the inhibition. So sometimes I feel the tightness or not being flexible can be related to our mind too. Come back to the center. We get so conscious with our body moving in a particular way. It feels weird sometimes for us. And that's why we kind of hold back. So you want to let go of that inhibition and move. And that's why dance helps. I think dance and Tai Chi, I don't know about Tai Chi, but dance definitely must be helping in that way where with the rhythm and with the music, you kind of forget what you're doing and just enjoy that. So I think that's a good way to get that inhibition out. Now from here, let's grab that chair. And we're going to do our knee stretches from the hips. After that, with the knee. So let's stretch the right knee here. So again, take your time. Hold on to the chair with one hand. Doesn't matter which side you want to hold on to the chair. And then start to bend that right knee and stretch that right knee out. Front and back. Just front and back. And if you want to do this sitting too, you can do this sitting anytime, okay? So I'm just showing you, you don't have to do it now. If you want to do it in sitting position, you can just do this too. It's the same thing, right? So you can always do it that way. Obviously, standing gives you more movement because you're free. You're not restricted by the chair. Let's take it side to side. Very good. Bend that knee and side to side. And stop. Come back to the center. Right leg is screaming at you. Let's bend that left knee front and back. And back to the center, side to side. And back to the center, release. Very good. Now, from here, let's do our ankle stretches. We're going to hold on to that chair again. Right toes. So point and flex the toes. Up and down, stretch it out, and draw circles. Both sides, clockwise, counterclockwise. Very good. And then stop. Let's take it to the other side, up and down. Point and flex. And draw circles. Clockwise and counterclockwise. And stop, release. Very good. Bring that chair away. We are going to start to stomp our feet a little, kind of like a march past. And you can hold on to the chair and do that. Stomp your feet. And when you're stomping your feet, tall spine. So open your chest to the front. Pull those shoulders back. Very good. Stand taller. Stomp your feet and then start to move your arms. Very good. And you can move one arm at a time, Karen. Very good. Whichever arm is free, you can move that. Taking turns. I like that. Very good. Going to do that a few more times. Starting to like this march pose. And stop. Feels good. It gets you a little energy. It's pumping your heart. So feel free to do that during the day, whenever you want a little more energy. That gives a good boost. Let's start with our standing yoga poses. We are going to start with our feet wide as the hips. Again, take a quick peek at your feet. If you're misaligned, if you're keeping those feet in an awkward position, see if you can bring them a little more parallel. They're wide as the hips. Once you place your feet, shift your weight into the toes and the heels. So just kind of pressing those toes and heels. Very good. And then outer and inner edges. And then once you do that, anchor all the corners of the feet and stand tall. Very good. Now, once you're here, if your back starts to collapse in the middle, you want to stretch that spine, which means you're pressing those feet into the mat, standing taller. When you press those feet stronger, the mat presses back into your long bones. So it's like an equal pressure. And then stand taller, pull those shoulders back, arms relax, as if your crown is trying to reach up. So if your chin is down, you want to bring it in the center. Once you stand that way, tall spine, I want you to bring your focus attention to one point in front of your eyes, something which is not moving. And then gaze at that point to bring internal focus. And we're going to take 5 deep breaths here. Now, when you're breathing, you're engaging your abdomen, core muscles, your rib cage, your back muscles. So nice inhale, and as you exhale, suck the belly inside, abdominal breathing. 5 counts. Pull the belly in as you exhale. Very good. Keep those feet anchored. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Very good. Once again, inhale, arms up. Exhale. Once again, inhale. And this time we bring our hands to the heart. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Hands to the heart. Breathe and move together. Inhale. Inhale. Very good. Once you bring your palms to touch here, let's interlace the fingers. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come back in. Once again, inhale. Inhale, stretch. One more time, inhale. Very good. Now let's reach all the way up. Exhale, bring it in. Once again, inhale, stretch up. Exhale. One more time, stretch all the way up. Beautiful. Come back to the center. That's a little powerful stretch. I like that one. It stretches your back. Whenever you feel your back is collapsing, you can do that cactus arms, and then you can do that stretch, which kind of opens up your chest, opens up the upper back region. Let's take a side stretch. This time, we are going to hold our left wrist with the right hand. So I'm holding my left wrist with the right hand, and I'm bending right side. Very good. Nice. Once again, bend sideways. Let's do that 2 more times. Stretch. Very good. Now, once you're here, switch. Let's bring our opposite hand and stretch to the other side. Very good. Stretch. Very good. Let's do that one more time. and come back. Very good. You see the lower body stays nice and stable. So you feel the stretch into the upper side. Release the arms, shake it off. Very good. Now that also helps your breathing because those are the rib cage muscles. Those are the lateral muscles which are helping the rib cage to expand. So you want to keep them moving, right? Keep them nice and stretchy. Let's tie our hands at the back if you can. If you are not able to do that, you can just hold them parallel, stretch those arms out. Now you can stay right here, look up. If it feels okay, you can bend forwards and stretch the arms out. Depends on how you feel good. If this doesn't feel okay, you can just stay standing and pull the back. And come back. So the idea is just to stretch. You can also do that with the support. If you have a countertop or table or a chair, you can always pull those arms back, giving that nice back stretch. So you can always do that with a little modification. Very good. Now, from here, let's grab our chair. And we are going to come into our standing balancing pose. Come into our one leg mountain. Okay. So in one leg mountain, again, we are going to start by standing both the feet parallel under the hips. Shoulders are relaxed, pulled back, tall spine. And then once you're here, before we start our balance, we're going to stand on one leg. But before we do that, let's work on our reflex, stopping the fall by stomping that left foot on the mat. We're reminding our body to do that every single time. So whenever you let go of the chair, your body is trying to balance. If it loses the balance, we do this. Our body does it. It's a reflex. Stop the fall. Very good. Stop. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 and 2. Very good. Back to the center. Now, hold on to the chair, whatever support you're holding on to. And then once you're here, you're going to keep staring at a point. Once you fix your gaze, that helps you to balance. You're going to let go that left leg off the mat and stand taller on that right leg. Now, the moment you start standing on that right leg, press that right foot into the mat and let that, you feel that into the leg muscles, holding all the weight. Very good. Keep staring at a point. Pull the shoulders back. Upper body is nice and tall. Very good. If it feels okay, we are going to let go of the chair. If not, you keep holding the chair the whole time. Good. When you're ready, slowly release. That's not anybody's favorite, isn't it? Standing on one leg. Why do we do that? Why do we even try to stand up? Right? Let's do it on the other side. Builds the strength, builds confidence, builds a little more grounding, and more important, increases the strength and focus. So when we want to stand on one leg, it's not only the body which is working hard, but your mind needs to be one-pointed focus. So in olden days, they used to work on these standing poses to build focus for warriors. So building in focus. Right now, from here, we're going to do it on the other side. Before that, let's start, take that drill on this side. Very good. Stop the fall. Stand on that left leg. Let go of that chair. Stop the fall. Very good. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. 1 and 2. Coming back to the center. Now, once you're here, again, keep staring at a point in front of your eyes before we start standing on that right leg. I want you to stop staring your gaze at one point. When you feel ready, I'm going to start to stand taller on that left leg. Let go that right leg off the mat. Very good. And then once you're here, if it feels okay, we are going to let go that chair. Only if it feels okay. You're ready, you let go. That was good. I saw you, Joyce. That was really nice. It didn't stay for long, but it was good.
Trying.
You were trying, I saw that. So even at any point, if you feel your balance is not great, but if you're just doing this, you know, even if you're holding on to the chair, you're still feeling that into the leg muscles, I'm pretty sure, right? So you're still getting that benefit of putting all that body weight onto that leg, which is pressing into the mat, and you get back the back pressure onto the long bone. So it's still giving you that benefit of that standing tall, engaging, and that's why you want to remind yourself to stand tall. So which means if I'm standing on one leg, and if I'm starting to curl in or something like that, you want to press that foot and stand taller. So you want to keep that mountain pose, stretching through the spine, engaging the abdomen, all that is still happening in that standing balance, even if you're doing it with the support. So don't feel like it's nothing. It's a big deal, right? Stomp your feet a couple times. Very good. And then come back to the center. Now, let's grab our chair and we're going to do our pyramid pose today. So in pyramid pose, again, you can either use the chair or the blocks. I'm going to show it both. We have done this before. It is to work on the back of our legs. So here I'm going to stand with one leg back, one leg front, and I'm going to bend forwards. And that's when I'm going to stretch the back of my legs, hamstring, calf muscles. So for that, you can come closer to the chair, not too close, and then hold on to the chair and step back with that left foot. So we are going to start with our right foot. Okay. Now, one more thing here to remember is if your knees are having issues where you don't want to straighten them out, they kind of lock themselves up, then you can have a gentle bend in the front knee if you'd like. Okay, so that's a modification you can use. If you want to keep them nice and straight, stretch it out. You're going to start to push those hips forwards. You can hold on to the chair, the top of the chair, the seat of the chair, or the blocks, whichever feels good. Remember, you can move the blocks wherever you want. Now, if you want to bend that front knee, feel free to do that. I want you to feel that stretch into the back leg. Press that left heel into the mat. Very good. You don't want to let go that left heel into the mat, left heel off the mat. So press that left heel and feel that nice stretch. Keep breathing. I'm going to stay here. Keep stretching that crown away from the tailbone. So it's a full stretch to the spine. Very good. Nice. Stay there. 2 more breaths. And then when you want to come up, you can press those feet into the mat and slowly come up. How did that feel? Good?
Yeah.
We are going to do that one more time, same side, okay? The same position of the feet. My right leg is in the front, left leg is at the back. My hips are facing front. Now, I don't want to keep them tight rope, okay? Remember, you want to keep a nice stance where you feel comfortable, balance. Once you're ready, hands on the hips, start to hinge forwards, hold on to the chair or the block, whichever feels good. And this is one time you can get that nice deep stretch again. Feel free to bend that right knee if you'd like. whichever feels good. Keep breathing. Press that left heel into the mat and lengthen those muscles there. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Two more breaths. Very good. And then when you feel ready, hands can go on the hips or the chair. Bend your knees and slowly come up. Step forward. That's good. Did you feel that in the back and the back of your legs?
Yeah.
Good. Now, another thing I want to show, you don't have to do it. If you're too close to the chair, you may not get much stretch into the upper back and the arms. If you're away from where you're holding, so this, if I'm trying to reach the chair, I'm also stretching this whole shoulder and arm area. So if you want to do that, feel free. I think, Joyce, you're already using the blocks. So that is already helping you to stretch that upper body too. Okay. So feel free to modify that way. Karen, only if it's comfortable, you can step further back. Okay. There you go. You feel that now. Very good. Stomp your feet. Feel the difference on the right and left side. And any stretch, if you feel it's a little tight, you can go back and forth into it and then come back and stretch it up, right? Like an elastic, you're doing it. So let's do it on the other side. Pyramid pose. This is also a flexion of the spine, which means we are bending forwards. You may not be going too far, but it still counts as forward bending. We're going to step back with that right foot. Let's do it on the other side. Now our right foot is at the back. Right heel is pressing into the mat. So if my right heel starts to go off the mat, I'm going to take some time to really press it out, as if it's glued to the mat. Once you're here, glue that right heel into the mat, and then start to hinge forwards. If my hamstrings are tight, I may not be able to go too far, and that's okay. That's totally okay. Once you're here, you can again hold on to the chair, blocks, whichever feels good. Feel free to keep that gentle bend into that front knee if you want. Very good. Stay there. Beautiful. Two more breaths. And then when you feel ready, slowly come up. I'm going to do that one more time. So take a pause here. And you might feel the difference the way body is moving on right and left. Also, make sure the toes are not pointing out. The toes are pointing front. So they're nice and parallel, both feet, as if they're railroad tracks. Right? Once you're here, again, let's do that again. Press that right heel into the mat and start to stretch that right calf muscle, hamstrings, and the back. You might feel it all the way into the glutes. Pyramid pose. Adjusting the blocks the way you want. Adjusting the chair. The props are for us, so we adjust them the way we want it. Very good. Stay there. Two more breaths. Whenever you feel ready, hands on the hips, bend the knees, and press and come up. With the legs. That kind of stretched our back body, isn't it? You feel the difference on the front and back side. Very good. And those are some tight muscles. If you do a lot of walking, biking, those kind of exercises, they're going to make your hamstrings tighter. You need to stretch them out. Then always remember, don't overstretch them. Give them time to stretch out. It's not going to happen in 1 minute or 1 day. Every day you do it, you feel the difference in the flexibility. Let's do our complementary bend after this. We bend forwards, we bend back. So let's keep our feet wide, hands on the hips, Ardha Chakrasana, half wheel pose. From here, again, you can hold on to the chair, Karen, if you'd like, one side, and then bend backwards, come back up. Pull the shoulders and elbows back. That's why my fingers are pointing front. Bend backwards. Come back up. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Very good. Nice. Now, we are going to bend backwards. And this time, we are going to hold the stretch. Only if it feels okay. If any of you feel like you can't breathe because you're holding and it's too awkward, you can go back and forth just like what we did just now. If you can hold, I want you to keep breathing and hold that back bend. So go as much as you can, bend backwards, pull the shoulders back and continue to breathe. Slowly come back. Back to the center. Wiggle the legs. Very good. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Very good. One more time. Very good. Now, we are going to do one more standing pose before we come down to the mat. Let's do our triangle today. Again, this is one of the strong poses. Couple options for triangle. I'm going to do my right side. So you want your chair on the right side if you're using the chair. If you're using the block, we're going to keep the block in front of the right foot. Wherever your chair is, doesn't matter. We're going to stand next to the chair, keeping all those feet wide. And then I'm going to turn my right foot to the right side, left foot inwards, keeping that block in front of the right foot. Now, once I do this, I'm adjusting my feet as you see. I'm going to bring my hips facing front. To do that, I might have to scoot my right foot a little bit forward, and that's okay. Once I'm here, I'm going to start to bend right side as if I'm reaching that chair. And I want you to feel that stretch into the whole left side. So arms come parallel to the mat at the shoulder level and then start to reach. Karen, you can hold that chair on the right side. You're doing fine. And then start to stretch to the sides. So if you're using the block, Joyce, I want you to bring your arm to the block. Right hand to the block. Very good. Very good. Karen, your left arm can go up. So feel a little more stretch there. Very good. Stay there. Keep breathing. Very good. And then slowly press back up. Come back to the center. We are going to do it one more time. Again, arms come parallel to the mat. Start to stretch as if you're reaching that right arm to go somewhere. And then hinge on the right side. Remember, your left hip is open, left chest is open to the front. So you're not bending forwards, bending sideways. Very good. Stay there. Press through the feet, slowly come up. Come back to the center. Knees, feet closer. How did that feel? Good. Good. Yeah, that's a strong stretch. It feels like it's very easy. And again, Joyce, you can always modify, use the chair if you'd like. So the idea is to stretch that side body. So when I'm bending sideways, even if you're using the chair, I'm feeling that stretch into the side body, right? It's stretching my sides. I'm going to do it on the left side. You can turn on the other side or just move the chair or the blocks. Again, wide stance. Feel the difference on the right and left side already. Again, you can keep 2 blocks instead of 1 if you want. So again, that helps too. It may not be very stable, but you can try if you would like. Right? Now, not a good idea. Now, once you're here, again, I'm turning my left foot to the left. Hips are pointing front. So the idea is to bend the hips sideways, not forwards. Arms come parallel. If you're using the chair, you can start to reach. Arm go up. If you're reaching the block, reach. And then once you hinge sideways, arms come up. Right arm comes up, sorry. If you're using the chair, you can use whichever side of the chair. Very good, stay there. Keep breathing. And then press through the feet, slowly come up. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Arms come out. Stretch, reach, reach, reach. And then either hold on to the chair or the block. Good, stay there, keep breathing. Press through the feet, slowly come up. That's a strong one, that's a strong one. Stomp your feet. You must be feeling that into the sides, a little bit into the back, maybe the front. Let's take a nice inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Once again, inhale. Exhale out. Once again, inhale. Very good. Those were some pretty strong standing poses. We are done standing. Let's come down now. We're going to get into our tabletop to do some cat and cow breaths, and then we are going to go into seated. Okay, so let's come into our tabletop. Knees go on the mat. Palms are on the mat. So again, take some time here to bring your knees under the hips. Bring your palms under the shoulders. Take some time to come into neutral back position. In neutral back, my back is actually parallel to the mat. And that is an effort for the back. So my back wants to collapse or round here, and I'm trying to keep it in neutral. That's an effort to the back. Stay in this neutral back, feel that stretch. Now, once you're here, we're going to start with exhale, tuck the tailbone in, chin to chest, and then inhale, tuck the tailbone out and stretch it up. Very good. Exhale, curl the back. Inhale, long spine. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Very good. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, curl the back, and then inhale up. Very good. Then come back to the center, neutral spine. Bring your knees closer and lower yourself on the mat. Come down into sitting position, whichever way you want to turn, and come into seated position. Sitting comfortable, legs stretched out here. Very good. I like to wiggle my toes. Now, once you're here, we're going to do a little hip opening. Let's bring our right knee here. Heel come closer. And you're going to do up and down. Half butterfly flap. Right knee, up and down. And you can hold on to that right knee if you'd like. Up and down. Good. And then let's open that right knee and stay there. Keep breathing. Open that right knee and stay there. Very good. Now slowly release. Feel that into the hip. Let's take it to the other side. Depending on how you feel in the knee, you can bring your heel closer. The closer it is, the more opening of the hip. But again, it depends a lot on your knee joint. If your knee is not very happy to have that bend, you can keep it away from the body. Wherever you are, up and down of the left knee. Moving through the hip joint here, up and down. Very good. Nice. That a couple more times. Nice. And then open that left knee and stay there. Keep breathing. Good. And then slowly release. Nice. Now, we're going to widen those legs here. When I widen my legs, keeping them a little wide, doesn't have to be too much. I'm adjusting my hips here, adjusting the glutes. It gives me a little more grounding. Once I stabilize my hips here, I'm going to bring my block away from the body and give a little forward fold stretch. Now again, it doesn't have to be too much. You can have a gentle bend in the knees and hinge forwards through the lower back. Very good. You can adjust the height of the block. The lower the height, feel deeper stretch. If you don't want to go too far, you can just stay right here. That's okay too. You're still feeling it into the legs. Taller. Very good. You can walk that block away to deepen the stretch. 2 more breaths. Then walk yourself back to the center. Legs come closer. Let's bend our knees. Feet come closer. We're going to open into butterfly. Again, take some time up and down. And then hold on to your ankles or the feet and see if you can stretch forward. Let's stay there. And slowly come up. Your legs closer. Keep the legs, and you're going to lie down on the back now. So again, you can engage the core and slowly come down. If you want a support of your elbows, feel free to support with the elbows and come down. Slowly coming down. Exhale out completely. Take some time. Once you lie down here, when you're ready, bend your knees and bring your knees closer to the chest. Keep your knees together, bring them closer to the chest, and then press them into the chest and rock side to side. You can hug your knees with your arms, rocking side to side. Now, when you're doing this rocking, the idea is to give a little pressure point, nice massage to the lower back, middle back, maybe. So I want you to really rock side to side, right and left. Very good. Nice. And then come back to the center. Keep your palms on the top of your knees. Keep your knees together, legs are together, and draw circles with the knees. Circular movements. Very good. Circular movements. And opposite circles. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Very good. Really doesn't matter how far it moves. Once you're back to the center, finish those circles and then release the feet on the mat. Very good. Take a moment here. Exhale out completely. Now, when you feel ready next, we're going to walk our feet as wide as the mat. Open those arms at the shoulder level, palms are facing up. And we're going to do windshield wipers, so which means side to side bending of the knees. So the knees drop to the left and to the right, side to side. Now, when your knees are dropping to the left, turn your head to the right. And then switch. You're going to drop the knees to the right, turn the left head to the left. So opposite side. Very good, side to side. And then slowly come back to the center. This time, we're going to drop the knees to the left and turn our head to the side and stay there. We're going to stay in that twist. More breaths. Gently come back to the center and let's drop them to the other side. Let's drop the knees to the right, turn your head to the left. So twisting in the opposite way. And then gently back to the center. Bring your knees into the chest again. Hug your knees with your arms. And again, rock side to side. And then slowly stop the movement. Release the feet on the mat. And again, take a moment to see how the back feels. Now, when you're ready, we are going to do our wind-free pose. So let's bring our legs closer to each other. And the knees, bring your knees into the chest. You want to form yourself into a small ball. So press those knees closer to the chest. If it feels okay, exhale. Nose comes closer to the knees. And then keep breathing. Wind-free pose. We're going to stay here. 4 more breaths. And then slowly release. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. Release the feet on the mat. Observe the changes in the breathing, in the mind, in the body. Wind-free pose works on your lower abdomen, sending more energy to the digestive system. Also works on your core muscles, abdomen, and the back. Once your breathing gets back to neutral, normal rhythm, let's come into a back bend. We're going to do our bridge pose breathing. So we're going to walk our feet closer to the hips, keep them parallel, keep them wide as the hips. Once you're here, palms on the mat, feet on the mat, press through the palms and feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go down. Once again, inhale, push your belly up. Exhale, go down. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good, at your own pace. Back to the center. Once you're done with 4 counts, we are going to do the bridge pose, and this time we are going to hold the bridge. So press through the feet and palms. Lift into bridge pose, so lift your belly up. Really doesn't matter how far you go. Keep lifting the belly up and stay there. Keep breathing. Holding your bridge pose. You're pressing through the heels, through the toes. Press through the leg muscles, so you feel that into the legs. Slowly come down. Lower yourself, bring your knees into the chest. Again, rock side to side. Evening it out. When you feel ready, slowly lower the feet on the mat, and let's come into final resting pose of Shavasana. When you're ready, legs go wide as the mat, arms away from the body, palms facing up. You can have a pillow or a bolster under the knee, or you can even bend your knees, whatever feels good. Now, once you lie down in any relaxing pose, I want you to close your eyes and check in with your body. Is there any part which is holding back, which is tightening? So sometimes we think we are relaxing, but there's some parts of the body which are actually tightening. Like the shoulders might lift off the mat. You want to drop them a little more. Maybe the glutes and the buttocks tighten themselves for no reason. And then wiggle through the lower back and release that tightness. And let the whole body just let go, just release it. Closing your eyes. Starting to let go of the whole body. Relax. Release and relax completely. Let go the tightness. Let go the inhibition. Let go the holding back. Let the whole body relax. We are coming into a deep relaxation technique. Part by part relaxation of the whole body. With your eyes closed, I welcome you to move your awareness to different parts of the body. And each time you bring your attention to that part, I want you to release it. As if it's just letting go and collapsing on the mat. With your eyes closed, start to bring attention to the toes, arches, heels of the feet. Relax the top of the feet, ankle joints, calf muscles. Relax the knee joints, front and back of the knee. Relax the thighs and the hip joints. Lower body is completely relaxed. Start to relax the lower back, middle back, and the upper back, shoulders. Drop those shoulders a little more to the mat. Relax the arms, elbows, and forearms, palms and fingers. Bring your attention to the chest and the abdomen. Relax the chest and the abdomen. Bring your awareness to the neck muscles and relax the neck. Release the jaw muscles, open and close the mouth. Open the mouth wide and then close it a couple times. Start to relax the entire face, cheeks, chin, nose, and eyes. Make a weird expression, pinching the face and then releasing the muscles of the face. Tightening them and releasing. And then relax the entire face. Release the forehead. All the way to the crown, back of the head. Whole body is completely relaxed. Whole body. The whole body. Let's deepen this relaxation by chanting the sound of Om 3 times. Inhaling for Om. Inhale. Once again, inhale. Om. One more time, inhale. Feel the resonance and the silence and the peace. Without disturbing the speeds, bring movements to the fingers and toes. Head turn side to side to loosen the neck. Then when you feel ready, welcome any other stretch that feels good. Bending the knees, hugging the knees into the chest, or windshield wipers. A full body stretch to stretch the arms, bow the head. Whatever feels welcome. When you feel ready, slowly turn to the right side. Stay there for a couple of breaths. Slowly come up into a comfortable seat. Take your time to move. Once you find a comfortable seat, let's drop the shoulders, eyes closed, hands to the heart, palms to touch. Reflecting, remembering the practice, the tools which we learn in these practices, the breathing, the mindfulness, the stretching, the powering, strength and power. Let the benefits of these practices walk with you beyond the mat, bringing our hands to the third eye, healing thoughts, hands to the lips, healing words, and hands to the heart, healing intentions. It was an honor to guide you through in the practice. The light in me salutes the light present in you. Namaste. Drop the palm. Top of your hands, place it on the eyes. Slowly release. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you, Shruti. That was
Thank you.
great.
Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Karen.
Have a good week.